Is it sane? Is it possible? Still I ask myself, are we, am I? In our game, it's not logical, but you contemplate, are we, am I?
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Sweden, Latvia. And my voice is going to warm back up again. I promise you, it will not stay like this. People, Silent Rob said he was here for the 6 a.m. game. That's good, Silent Rob, because you're back again. Let's go. Sweden, Latvia. Latvia has been a surprise team at this tournament. The reason they are in this game, actually, these are both surprise teams. Not that Latvia is ever that bad, but Sweden being the 8th seed in this tournament was not predicted, and I have to tell you, they're not making it any easier on themselves. Um, Rasmus Anderson, Jesper Bratt, and Philip Gustafsson are not dressed, which means Wallstedt is dressed. Are they starting him? Of course not. They're going to start 36-year-old Jake Markstrom, who's been bad this year. And also, you're setting Jesper Bratt and Rasmus Anderson so you can play Pontus Holmberg. No disrespect to Pontus, but what are we doing here? This Sam Halam guy is wild. Now, watch him go and win the game and make me look like an idiot. Still, I don't understand. I don't get it. But there's the face-off, and off we go. Kempe, Eriksson Ek, and Nylander, line 1. Landeskog, Zabinajad, Raymond, line 2. Forsberg, Pettersson, Raquel, line 3. Pontus Holmberg, Wenberg, and Elias Lindholm, line 4. Forsling, Dahlin are the pairing. Philip Broberg and Carlson, Hedman, Ekman, Larson, and Hampus Lindholm draws back into the lineup. Marcus Johansson is the 13th forward. Look at that. They found a spot for Philip Forsberg on the left side. How funny is that? Kind of thought they might. Zemgus Girgensons, Teddy Bluger, and Traumax, line 1. Valmanis, Lochmelis, Krastenberg's line 2. Ravinskis, Egel, Dogovins, line 3. Bukarts, Batna, and Zirkles, line 4 for the Czechs. It's a bit of a landmine. It's a minefield going through the Czech. Oh my gosh, that's from earlier. The Latvian lines, because they got Latvian names, and I don't pronounce Latvian names all the time. It's kind of crazy. See, look, T. I'm already speaking better. Look at that. Yeah, you hear me now? I told you it would warm up. I told you. Balanskis and Rubens are the top pairing. Friefbergs and Zeal are Jan Yaks can't play. Robert Mamikits and Albert Smits are the third pairing. And Oscar Sibotskis rounding it out as a 7th defenseman. Jim Eden, Adam, you are the Iron Man of watch-alongs. Hell yeah, brother. And don't forget about producer Hayden, who has been with me every single minute today. We did it in the morning. We did it in the middle of the day. We're going to do it again this afternoon. And honestly, of all the games out there, this one to me is the most likely to end up being a bit of a potential upset. We'll see. For anybody asking, I promise you I am not sick. This is just, I was sick last week. Last week's when I could have used the rest. This week, the voice thing it hasn't come back yet. I keep going to concerts at night because I'm so interesting and I yell and I scream. No, not the case. We're going to welcome Robert Malloy to the chat. He's running the SDPN chat. Justin ran it the first 2 times. Robert's with us this time. We're so happy. Hawks donate 23. I've never heard of Latvia. That is a funny moment. Pedersen loses the face-off draw in the offensive zone. One thing I can be sure of is the Latvians are confident and they're going to work hard. The Swedes have the better talent. Nobody's questioning that. What we want to know is coaching, deployment, and effort. We'll see what happens. Demon Hunter, shout out Hayden and Voiceless Adam. It won't last for long. Oh, Justin's here. Yeah. Listen, I know everybody hated this idea behind the scenes when I pitched it, but they went along with it. And here we are in game 3. Let's go. It's the best. Tea. Delicious. Remember, this game is basically win this game and you're playing the United States. That is not easy. That's not a great matchup for either of these teams. But I feel like on paper, Sweden's got a better shot, right? Pretty clear, right? The way they're playing, I'm not so sure. Sparta asks, does USA care who wins? I don't think they do. Justin dropping the super chat. Back to back, baby. It's Streamapalooza. And it ain't even the quarterfinals yet. Tomorrow, because there's overlap in the games, we won't be doing 4 games of streaming. We'll be doing the 2. Team Canada at 10:40. I will be doing Team USA at 3:10. And Justin Fisher dropped 10 SDPN memberships in the chat. Come be an SDP VIP. Get a brand new episode tomorrow morning. Justin, you're out of control. We love you. AJ Banana saying, what's up? AJ, we're ready. What's up with you, man? Francois de Grand Pre says, yeah, SDP VIP, here I come. Let's go. I love people being excited about that. Consider signing up for VIP, testing it out, becoming a full-time subscriber. Come join us on those VIP episodes. They're crazy. I have never seen Steve so upset at Jesse as I did in the one that releases tomorrow. It's so good. Jesse has found the most annoying thing to Steve Dangle other than NHL player safety. It's crazy. Ooh, Latvians get it going early here. They have created a couple of small opportunities. Nothing big, nothing insane, but we are almost 5 minutes into this game, and there is no shots from Sweden. Joel, it's not traffic, by the way. Good call, though. It's not traffic. Oh, Forsberg gets the shot. Or that was the first shot. I don't know if that technically counts as a shot, but it was on the net. Isn't that funny that, you put Phil Forsberg in the lineup and offense happens? Weird. Now, William Nylander is interesting because he has basically been the entire offense for the Swedes. Other players have scored, sure, but he's the one that actually is creating things. The chemistry he has with Rasmus Dahlin, it's kind of impressive. They're very good. Andy Carnival, what a day for Canada. Another gold medal. Yes. Women's speed skating. I believe it was the relay. I didn't get to see it because I was streaming, but excellent. And Rachel Holman won in curling, which is great too. Trevor says, are you saying Nylander to Buffalo? Nice shot by Lucas Raymond there. I thought that might have gone in. No, I am not saying Nylander to Buffalo. Remember, Nylander's got trade protection. He gets to choose where he wants to go if he ever got traded. Dahlin, shot. And that is blocked, I think, by the skate of Gabriel Landeskog. I'm not sure it went to the goalie, but it was given back to Dahlin. Eriksson Ek shot. Big save by Elvis Merzlikins. Maybe Dahlin to Toronto. Who knows? Fourth Wall says, when is the women's hockey gold medal? That is on Thursday. Because the bronze medal game for women's hockey is tomorrow. So the Canada and United States will meet on Thursday for the gold medal. I think Canada's going to have to pull a rabbit out of a hat to try to win this one. See what Nylander just did there to Eriksson Ek? Everything on this Swedish offense, and then he just followed it up with a shot. Everything on this Swedish offense flows through him. He is driving the Swedish offense. Ekman Larsson to his teammate Nylander, to Eriksson Ek. Again, Nylander with a setup. That's 3 good scoring chances created by William Nylander on one shift. I think that might be his first or second shift of the game, too. So, by the way, I should mention, and I'm going to mention this a couple of times, Steve Dangle tomorrow morning. Oh, we might have a goal here. Oh, a terrible giveaway. Terrible giveaway. Thankfully, it's the fourth line of the Swedes, not William Nylander, because holy moly, Latvia's going to have to play better defense than that. Can't be throwing pucks out in front of our own net. Steve Dangle, tomorrow, 10:40 a.m., Canada taking on the Czechs in the quarterfinals. This is a big game. This is not a game that you don't take seriously. This is a game you take extraordinarily seriously. Even if the Czechs haven't looked their greatest, doesn't matter. You know they're bringing it up for this game tomorrow. You get in there and you score early and often and complete it. Also, tomorrow in the afternoon, the winner of this game that we're watching right now, I'm going to be streaming Team USA versus either Latvia or Sweden. So we'll find out what happens there. And obviously there's 2 other games too. So lots going on. The Danes were eliminated earlier today. The Italians were eliminated earlier today. The French were eliminated earlier today. We will find out whether it's the Latvians or the Swedes in the play-in round at the end of this game. Oh, It's okay. Excuse me. The women's games are on the same day. Excuse me. 8:40 bronze game, 110 gold medal game. Jesse will be doing the women's gold medal game, just so everybody's clear. My apologies. I like this. Cap says, "Why the long voice, horse?" Stop. What are you, my grandfather? Although I respect it. It was funny. Oh. Third stream of the day. This would be hour 7 of 9 for Hayden and I. And it's been fun. At least I've enjoyed it. Hayden has to listen to me for that long. That's a lot of listening to me. He might not feel the same way. He might not. He said listening to me isn't bad, but his eyes on the Swedish jerseys are not great. So you don't like these. I know. He's right. He's saying stick with the yellow. Yeah, stick with the yellow. What are we doing here? You don't need to play like this. You don't need to fake it out for us. Give me a yellow Swedish jersey, otherwise it's not a Swedish jersey. Carlson collects the puck. He's going to do a Super Bowl pass down the ice to Eriksson Ek. It was a good one. Found him. Jacob Bishop, do you think Jeff Skinner could end up in Toronto and open up the ability to trade McMahon? I think Jeff Skinner's cooked. Remember, he never made the playoffs in his whole life. Made the playoffs with the Oilers, played like 4 games. They were scratching him. And then he goes to San Jose and can't crack that lineup. Hasn't played since January 11th. Oh, what a shot and what a save by Elvis Merzlikins. I think Jeff Skinner is in the category of he cooked. I think someone else will sign him this season. I don't think it's Toronto. And if it was, I'd be like, why? You're not going to the playoffs. He's not the Jeff Skinner you remember. And that happens, and that's sad. Okay, so Hayden's saying, well, what if you just replaced, if you're trading Bobby McMahon, you could replace him with Jeff Skinner. I'm like, but okay, you got Marley's for that. Nah, put Quillen in, see what he can do. That's what you need to do. Anybody that wants to know, the game is on CBC Gem or TSN4, depending upon your preference. I am watching currently on TSN4. Some people are saying it's also on TSN1. Well, that's good. Rasmus Dahlin, puck over. Oh, what a great play. Kempe can't bury it. This Latvian defense is being picked apart right now by the Swedes. It's kind of some of the best offensive zone pressure I've seen them have. Dahlin again with the puck. Back into the Latvian zone. The skating has been high energy. This feels like NHL playoff energy right now. It's that good. This is a good game, guys. You tuned in for a good one. Minister UK says it's on BBC iPlayer, but I don't have a TV license, so this is the closest I get to the game. Well, you can always sail the 7 seas if you'd like. I don't know the sites to do it on, but you can. Or get a VPN, download CBC Gem, watch it for free. Oh, if you have Disney Plus, you VPN Australia. Oh, maybe not the Olympics. Yeah, the NHL. The NHL's on Disney Plus in Australia. Weird. All right, here we go. So, what's been interesting? Clearly, Sweden are the better skilled team. The shots are relatively even halfway through the first period. I always kind of like to keep track of this stuff when we have, a bit of a. I'm not trying to be disrespectful of the Latvians here, but let's be honest. Sweden's got like some future Hall of Famers on it, a little bit of a different type of team. For the Latvians to be this in it so far, really good. Merzlikins seems like he is on his game. Antagonist says Not even in no, even in Canada, you can watch the game on Disney Plus. You can? I didn't know that. Joel Level says, Bobby McMahon to the Kings for a 2026 first round pick, and that's it. Listen, that'd be great, but if you could get more for him, that'd be even greater. You know, the one thing I'll say is that if the Leafs draft somebody in the first round this year and that team makes the playoffs with that pick, that means that pick's in the 20s, which means you're not going to see that player probably till 2028 or 2029. It's always good to have prospects in the system, but I think what the Leafs need to do is take whatever they get from the Bobby McMahon trades, maybe an Oliver Ekman-Larsson trade, that sort of thing, and you parlay that into another player that you're looking for. But they are a little bit short on prospects, so I'd like to see them refill that cupboard. They're showing the Latvian warm-up right now. They're doing battle drills. I love this. Pretzelon says, has Rasmus Anderson played at all? Yes, he has. I think he played games 2. I think he played at least in game 2. Probably game 3 as well, if I'm remembering. But it's pretty clear Sam Hallam, coach of the Swedish national team, is not a fan. Sam Hallam, not a fan. So, no, I didn't. Hayden, what did Marty Nietzsche say after the game? Ha. Marty Nietzsche on Playing Team Canada said, we let Canada win the first game because we knew we were not going to win 2 in a row versus Canada, and we have a Swedish goal, and look at that. Nylander's on the ice for it. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? And the Swedes are pumped. Adrian Kempe had a great opportunity to score before, couldn't bury it. Did it this time. The Swedes were pushing for a while there. Yeah, totally accidental. Look at Eriksson Ek, just kind of a pass, and it goes off Kempe's toe. Sometimes you got to be lucky to be good. Oh, if you're the Latvians, you're like, come on, man. Are you serious right now? 9 minutes to go in the first period. Sweden up 1-0 on a goal just recently. Oh, Landeskog just crushed the guy. 1-0 on an Adrian Kempe toe goal that was completely accidental, but still counts, baby. Zabina Jad. Down low. Lucas Raymond is out there. Oh, 2 Swedes alone in front, and there's Gabriel Landeskog with a goal, his second of the tournament. That was too damn easy. The Latvians just kind of lost focus on that one. Wow. Yeah, that was too easy. The Latvians had no coverage on that. That was positively Toronto Maple Leaf defense right there. Look at this. Raymond and Landeskog completely alone. What are the Latvian defense doing? Where are they? Where does Rubens go? Why does he not? Yeah, like where'd you go, Rubens? Not great. 8:22 left in the first. Now Sweden up 2-0. A minute and a half ago, this game was tied at zeros, baby. The Swedes are trying to dispel any doubts people may have. We were kind of wondering what Swedish team would show up today. People were sort of going, are they bad enough to They wouldn't lose this game, would they? I don't think they're going to lose this game. They look dialed. And the thing was, I had them in this tournament coming in. I had them as the third best team. And I think had Leo Carlsson been available, you've got an argument for that to be potentially even you've got an argument that it could be more. Leo Carlsson's a stud, by the way. He's going to be amazing. He just got hurt. .721 left in the first. Latvian cycling low in the Swedish zone. They're not going to be able to hold a lot of puck here. They're going to have to take advantage of the Swedes by outworking them in their own zone. They're not a very flashy, finessey team, but they do outwork you. Tough for Latvia, too, because they had such a good round robin. And then, you get to play Sweden. Oh, cool. Thanks, guys. That's awesome. Francois Labelle, I'm sure you could get a prospect and a first for Carlo. Last year, didn't some sucker pay a prospect, a first and a fourth for him? Oh, yeah, they sure did. I think Carlo will get traded, actually. I think they've been trying to trade him since the summer. Not because they don't like him, but because he's got value. John Michael A. Reed says, hello, Gripper Nation. What's going on? Nice having everybody here today. I'm loving this. Oh, here we go. Justin Fisher said, I'm very upset it's not going to work out for Carlo in Toronto. I really like him. I'm with you, Justin. I think that was a good pickup. I think he's a very good defenseman. I think he's taken a lot of shit for no reason. He was bad early in the season, and then he got hurt, and he's come back, and he's been great. Nothing wrong with him. And that's why I think he'll be a great defenseman for somebody else while we're collecting our draft picks. Like, you think about it like this. If the Leafs can grab a couple of first-round draft picks, can you parlay that into a trade that helps you next year? So if you can trade McMahon for a first and you could trade Carlo for a first, the next time a Quinn Hughes or a Artemi Panarin or something like that becomes available, can you center a package with maybe a prospect and a couple of first-rounders for them? Because I think the Leafs are missing an it factor on the back end very clearly. Kellen Barr says, imagine Sweden with Carlson and EP40 at his 2023 level. If you had Leo Carlson and EP40 playing 100-point season level, I think that Canada and the United States are on watch for that. Not that they'd lose, but I think that would be good. If Sweden wins and the U.S. So STPN chat said if Sweden plays the U.S. and wins, they'll play Canada in the semis because of the reseeding. Francois Labelle dropping 5 STPN memberships. Let's go. All right. Look, the game verse. Look at who Sweden's sitting right now. Does anyone think they would have played Carlson? I don't think they would have had a choice. He was on pace for like 90 points. Francois Labelle, thank you for your 5 STPN memberships. You've been very generous today. Very, very generous. And Coach says, I always forget about the reseeding. Yes, there is always reseeding. Oliver Ekman-Larsson and Victor Hedman. That's quite the pairing. Couple of Swedish legends there. Hedman in, shot. .520 left in the first period. Couple of lapses by the Latvians, and the Swedes made them pay. And they've gone right back to playing stingy defense that we know the Latvian defense can play. So that's good. They're going to have to get back in this game. It'd be nice if they could get one back before the end of the period. Oh, good play. Lucas Raymond almost had a wide open man to pass to. The Latvian guy got down, blocked it in true Latvian style. So Kalu says Swedes uniforms are the best looking. I don't like these ones as much. I like their yellow ones. I always like they're traditional. Oh, big save by Merzlikins off the draw. Wes Richard dropping 5 STPN memberships. What's up, Daddy Wes? Let's go. Probably should remind everybody that VIP comes out tomorrow this week because it's a bit of a funny week. And it's a doozy of an episode. You're going to love it. I'm so excited for the new people to try it out and consider renewing your membership and becoming a monthly STPN subscriber. You can get extra episodes every single week, which means instead of 12 episodes a month, you get 16. And if you want them all ad-free, just update or upgrade to another. It's $2 a month more. And you can do it on Apple, Spotify, or YouTube. STP VIP ad-free. Episodes come out earlier. They have no ads. And they're there just for you. And also the VIP community, hilarious. The comment sections underneath the VIP videos are always incredible. They're amazing. $3.50 left in the first period. Adam Kerr says, as a Wings fan, sometimes Raymond passes when he should shoot it. It's frustrating because he's got a great shot. So many players like that. I think, we might have potential 2-on-1 here, but it is broken up by the Swedes. In comes Ricard Raquel. Pulls the puck around. Can't make a play with it. Sends it back around. Dahlin is not able to retrieve the puck. And the Latvians are trying to change and fly into the Swedish zone at the same time. I think the Swedes might be going to the box. Forsling, I think, got a delay a game. He threw the puck out. Yeah, threw the puck out, did not touch the boards. We got a beautiful opportunity for Latvia to take advantage, get back in this game. Their first power play unit, some guys you would know. Zemgus Girgensons, who's had a good tournament, Teddy Bluger, Dans Lockmelis, Juvis Balanskis, and Renars Krastenbergs. Their second unit, Sandis Velmanis, Oskars Batna, Kaspers Dogovan, Albert Smits, who I actually think is really good, and Edward Traulmax. Shot! Big save by Markstrom. Great play by the Latvians. They won the face-off draw, got that puck to Krastensbergs, and he was wide open. Nobody even lying down in front of it. Damn. What a great play. Krastensbergs. There's two S's. Here's Krastensbergs. Shot. Markstrom didn't know where it was. And it bounced out. 1:24 left on the power play. Latvia doing a pretty darn good job here, at least creating opportunities. And that's really all you can do. The Swedish PK has been very strong in this tournament, as you saw on screen there. Roughly 89% success rate. That's pretty good. What a move at the line. Shot. I think if he'd let it go, Markstrom wouldn't have seen it. Shot. And it just bounces by Markstrom. Shot was from the point, tipped wide. 50 seconds to go on the power play. Latvia doing a great job buzzing in and around the Swedish net. Locknellis' pass misses. Uvis Balanskis carried a lot of that power play. Albert Smits gets the puck low. Hedman shoots it around, almost hits a Latvian forward in the head. He gets out of the way smartly. I wouldn't want to take that off the dome, man. No chance. No chance. Okay. Power play is now over. Sweden back to even strength and 1 minute to go in the first period. Really, really strong power play for the Latvians, but they're not able to convert. Christoph Fulton or Chris Fulton. Adam, you sound like RFK Jr. Hope you feel better. Make sure you don't get vaccinated. I can hit my dinner on the way home. Oh, Hayden, that's dark. That is dark. We got another power play here. Number 3, 2 minutes, interference. That is too bad. Smits has had a great tournament, but that's interference all day. They could have called holding. They could have called anything. He knows. He knows. "51 seconds left in the first period. The Swedes will either finish the period on a power play or get a third goal, which would be, I think, devastating to the Latvian cause. They win the faceoff draw. Dahlin with the puck. Nylander on the right side. He has been devastating. He has done some incredible work already in this first period. Latvians playing it conservative on the PK. What I love about the Swedish power play is they've got a booming shot from the point. They've got a total bastard in front of the net in Joel Eriksson Ek, and I mean that in the best possible way. That's a compliment. And they got a play driver like William Nylander. Nylander with a shot. There's no way Merzlikins would have seen that, but he was going the right way. 12 seconds to go in the first period, and I think this is going to be it. Nylander goes back to collect, unless he's really feeling ambitious. He looks up at the clock, made a pass to Eriksson Ek, gets it through, and the Swedes will start period 2. Up 2-0. And on the power play. That's a pretty powerful combo, if you ask me. That's not bad. That's exactly the kind of first period Sweden has been looking for. If you're a Swedish fan, I'm sure you're absolutely thrilled. Okay. Now I got my Tim Hortons cards here. You know, we've been looking for those donut cards. Also been looking for that Sidney Crosby autograph. There's a Nathan McKinnon autograph floating around in here too. So I got 2 guys who have played for Canada but are not at these games. Jordan Eberle and Logan Stanko. They were great U18 players, although Jordan Eberle is a legendary U18 player. A lot of world championship time for these guys as well. But one guy that is on the team is Mr. Drew Doughty, looking to be a multi-time gold medal winner. Let's see what else we got. We got some legendary cards early this morning. Like we got like a Mario Lemieux. We got a Brendan Shanahan. We got some good ones. I got a Wayne Gretzky at one point over this. Okay. Oh, mama. All right. This is good. This is good. All right. First one, Ella Shelton from the women's side. Yeah, Ella Shelton. From the men's side, he almost didn't make the team, but because of injuries, he did. And his friends are all visiting. Seth Jarvis. And, oh, this is a good one. Producer Drew would love this one. So this is my specialty card. There's a base card and a specialty card in every pack. This one is Mr. Joe Sakic, Salt Lake City great, big winner of that gold medal. And I'm not going to show you the QR code. Guess who officially finally got a gift card? Free coffee. It's not free donut, but it's free coffee or tea. Yeah. Stick that up your whatever, Jesse. I don't even know what to say to him. How about that, Jesse? A gift card. We finally did it. We finally did it. We didn't get the gift card. I could use the tea. I could use the coffee too. It's been a long day. I should give this to Hayden. That's a man who could use some coffee. All right. Now, Hayden, what clip are we playing here at Intermission, my friend? Oh, okay. So I love this. Hayden was like, you know what, guys? You know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna put in a little Formula One because in a couple of weeks the Formula One season gets underway. Have a look at Tim Rainey and who's the guest on this particular clip? Oh, Nelson Valkenburg. Okay, this is a great one. It's going to be a very interesting season. Have a watch, and I will see you at the beginning of the second period.
3 days of testing down and 3 more to go. Joined by Nelson Valkenburg to talk about what we've learned from previous testing and what to expect heading into the final 3 days of testing at the Bahrain Grand Prix. I'm Tim Rainey. This is Nailing the Apex. Now, Nelson, I mean, a lot came out of testing. Where do we begin? Let's just talk about Max straight off the top.
I think we're doing the F1. We're doing F1 a disservice to start with Max, but okay.
Why? Okay, what do you want to start with?
What I want to start with being on track this afternoon. I was in one of the corners. As we record this on a Friday, I had the final day of testing just done, and Jesus, they look good, and they are a handful, and we're gonna have fun this year. It was they look exciting.
Yeah, the cars do look great,
and they move in a corner.
Yes. Yeah.
And when you look at the data, the traces, until they start regenerating energy, which is the final part of the straight, they are so fast that they are so strong on braking as well. I thought they would coast into corners, and this is not the case. I've learned so much in the last 3 days, and my head is blown, and I feel like I have 20% of the puzzle complete right now. But this is something else. This is going to be interesting.
You have 20% of battery remaining, essentially, is what you're saying.
Yes, yeah, true. And I'm full throttle in the pit lane,
trying
to regenerate the energy. But it is so interesting. It is. I think we'll have to be very careful to understand, all of us, including the fans, that this is a work in progress for the next 6 months. But what a work!
All right, let's get back to Max Verstappen.
He might not agree with me.
No, because he doesn't.
No.
Oh, no.
No, but irony of ironies, he may hate this, but he will be the best at it. That is
I think so. I mean, I'll save the driving aspect of this podcast for a little bit later, because I wanted to talk about Red Bull Racing off the top, and obviously Mercedes, McLaren, Ferrari, that top, the big four, they do seem like, and at the end of all this, on just after 3 days of testing, it does, Nelson, seem like they are closer together than I think what we had expected. But I feel that even though Mercedes and Toto Wolff has been saying, like, Red Bull has this huge advantage, Red Bull has this, I don't believe what Toto Wolff has said, nor George, because George said the same thing on Friday night as well in his media conference. I don't believe them. I do feel that Mercedes is still the lead dog in all of this, and I think they've been running pretty heavy all week in terms of their fuel load.
If you look at car characteristics on boards as well as along the track, there is a case to be made for all four.
Mm-hmm.
But the picture isn't clear. We don't know who's sandbagging as much, who has multiple iterations of software coming. They are learning so quickly how to deploy and how to implement systems and how to make it feel natural, that so a driver told me that right now it feels like we're racing in black and white, and we could be in Technicolor in 2 weeks' time, because the amount of development and the learning
Mhm.
curve is so big that they have trouble, the drivers, keeping up with how quickly the engineering teams are developing this system. And I don't see an argument for any team completely to be in the lead after this week. It may also not matter because it's so quick, but I'm fascinated and I'm surprised that we talk about the big four as we did last year, and they are very close right now. It may be different in a week or two, but right now there's a case to be made for any of them.
Yeah, I was speaking with a driver and heard from some team personnel that, from January to now, they're on their 16th iteration of software for the actual car itself and deployment, which is pretty spectacular if you think about it. Red Bull did look really impressive how much running they have been able to do. I think Verstappen's race runs looked really, really solid. It shows that Ford Red Bull powertrain power unit is extremely efficient over a race distance. And I think also, Nelson, the deployment factor, which is something that, Toto Wolff obviously talked about, but so too has other teams that aren't related to Mercedes power units. They've also said the same thing about that energy deployment and just how good the Red Bull is at it.
It is. It's impressive what Red Bull powertrains and Ford have achieved. There were a lot of smiles also with the Ford people that were there. Bit of a different story for Racing Bulls though, compared to the Red Bull team. Not as well prepared it seemed, or at least encountering more difficulties. But they did a lot. But I'm gonna just put a huge caveat on everything we're gonna say. I fully believe that give this 2 more weeks, we will go 3 seconds quicker here.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe this.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the timings. A lot of, like what Charles Leclerc did on Thursday. He did it 34.3, but he messed up his last sector. It should have been a 33.8. Keep that in mind while he did this with track temperatures around 40 degrees, 45 degrees. It was the heat of the day. And it was the second day of testing. So I fully believe that with the curve we see now, we'll go towards the 130 or 131 mark. And that renders a lot of the longer running a little bit meaningless in terms of who's where and what does it mean. But the happy faces are the happy faces, and they matter. The feeling at the teams is maybe the overriding part of what matters from a test like this.
Charles Leclerc did a 134.273 on Bahrain day 2. And if you compare that to the pole winning lap from last year, which I believe was set by Oscar Piastri, yes, it was 129.841.
Yeah.
So not that far off.
No, and he would have been in the 133s if he hadn't messed up his final corner.
Yes,
and another driver told me that he said if everybody goes full juice now, we can do 32s already.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of holding back in that.
Yes.
That being said, the efficiency of the Red Bull powertrain is it is impressive. And but on the other hand, there's also been some niggles. We've heard of an engine change at Racing Bulls, unconfirmed, but issues. We've heard of engine issues at Mercedes. It's not straightforward. So it's good. It's closer than we thought it would be, but it is a massive challenge.
And like you'd said, for Mercedes, they had reliability issues on day 2. Day 3, however, they took off, especially Kimi Antonelli. He was, obviously set fastest lap, and then I think he went and then did it again, bettered his time. So some impressive stuff from the young driver. Happy. Yeah, he did. George, they all look happy, right? Like that entire Mercedes team looks happy. And
yes, but I will tell you as well, the McLaren team looks happy. It's very interesting. They are like, they see an opportunity here. The people who see an opportunity are happy. And but I will say yes, George I spoke to him a little bit after the pen session, and I think he feels like he has half the picture as well of how to go fast in this car, and that once that it comes into focus, then they'll start feeling more comfortable. But Kimi was quite bubbly in the pen. He was the happy camper.
Yeah, I think they know they've obviously definitely got something here, but I think, like you had said, for Russell and for the rest of the team, like, Bahrain, Barcelona are probably two of the more easier tracks for these engines and these regulations. And for George, he feels that the challenges are going to be going to like tracks like Australia and Jeddah, and really seeing like where they play out, where they shake out. I think that's what we're going to expect this season, where you may have one team that does something really strong. They're going to have weaknesses, and then you're going to have another team that does certain things really strong, and those strengths and weaknesses are going to play out at different tracks. Now, I don't think we're going to get a runaway season per se, because I do feel there will be other tracks where, hey, Mercedes may have an advantage come Australia, but it could be someone like Red Bull who has an advantage at a smaller track that maybe doesn't need as much straight line speed. What do you think?
I agree, and that picture may be turned upside down 6 races later as teams develop. So it's a very fluid, a very changeable situation, and that's why they're all trying to keep excitement or disappointment under the lid, because George doesn't know exactly what the picture will be next week, let alone in Melbourne. And there's an awful lot of development and understanding, and maybe the understanding is the bigger part, to come before they hit the track in Melbourne. And I tell you, look at the interview of Lando Norris after his full day on Thursday. He looked mentally spent.
Oh,
but he was so tired.
For sure he was.
But he also told me that he enjoyed the process, because he felt it was back to school.
Yeah.
And if you embrace it, you're going to do fine this year. If you fight it, it's a different matter.
Hello, everybody. Here we are. My voice is getting better. I was just I don't normally intro like that, but I needed to see how we were doing. It seems as though once I get it warmed up, it's like an old car. Gets going. But when I let it sit for a little bit, it starts to get bad again. Tomorrow is a one stream day. Glory, hallelujah. So I'm happy about that. I will be with Drew tomorrow. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So Drew's doing 2 streams tomorrow. I love that. Well, we got a party on our hands here, kids, waiting for the intermission to end. And I think what we have to ask ourselves is, how quickly does Latvia need to score to make this a game? I know it's 2-0, but this ain't the NHL. This is the Olympics. And at the Olympics, there are teams that are great, and there are teams that are good, and there are teams that are okay. The okay teams would be like Italy, France. You know what I'm talking about, right? Latvia, I put squarely in the good category. They're a good team. Sweden, to me, even though they haven't played like it, they're a great team. They're great. How quickly does Latvia need to score? I think they got to score early in the second. Make them feel like they're back in the game, because I have a feeling Sweden is like, we're tired of being made fun of here. We might not like this coach, but we gotta make this happen. Just a thought. I don't know. I think I need Latvia to score in the first 7 minutes. That's good. That's a good amount of time. Get a goal. And you can't play sloppy defense too. The reason Sweden has those 2 goals is quite literally very uncharacteristic mistakes by the Latvians. That's not how they normally play. That's not their normal defense. When I saw the second goal, the Gabe Landeskog goal, I don't know if you guys were around for it. He is literally alone. After Rubens was on him, had him, left him. Rubens went for the puck. Gabriel went to the net. What does Steve always say? Go to the net. And he was all alone with another Swede. I forget who it was. In front of the net, no Latvian defense in sight. What's Elvis Merzlikins going to do? Sweden are just extremely talented, you know? Anyway, off we go. Oh, I have, by the way, to get this period started, I'm double fisting 37-year-old style. Coffee, tea. I have drank an unconscionable amount of herbal tea today. Like insane. But, you know. Oh, wow. They just. Casper's Dogmans, they're just showing his weird shootout attempt with the Ottawa Senators. I totally forgot about the fact that you used to be able to do spinoramas. Aiden, you do that move at men's league. You can pull that off? Good for you. One minute to go on the Swedish power play, which they got with a minute to go in the last period. If you're Latvia, you're hoping, hey, they're a little bit cold. Let's not let them get warmed up here. Send out Teddy Bluger and his merry men. And the Sweden, wow, they iced it. Icing it on the power play. Oh, my God. This is Aaron's channel said, you're having coffee after 11 a.m.? That's brave. You know what? I would agree with you, except that I can sleep through anything on anything. And secondly, I've been up since 4:20 this morning. Because this is my third stream with producer Hayden. So coffee's nothing to me. Caffeine, do your worst. 19:28 into the second. 33 seconds left to go on this power play. Nylander driving through the Latvian or through the neutral zone into the Latvian zone. Falls. Gets it back to Dahlin at the point. Back to Nylander. Tried to force a play there, Nylander did, and the Latvians are able to get in the lane, get it down. 10 seconds to go on this power play. I think they're going to kill it off. But what's clear is that when the power play ends, it's very likely the Swedes will A, have the puck, and B, they're going to have the puck, and now they're going to drive at your end. Smith's back on the ice. He's been a very good defenseman for Latvia. You have to wonder about some of these guys. Do some of these guys get PTOs? Some of these players. Smith's is one of them. Olsen on Denmark's another one. 4 goals this tournament. Like, if you're a general manager watching this, do you not just go, I don't know, invite him to camp? Right? I know that the European season starts early, so that can be a bit of a tough swallow as well. So by the time the NHL is in training camps, a lot of these European clubs are already playing games. But would be interesting, wouldn't it? 17 Scylla says, is there a stream tomorrow for the Switzerland-Finnish game? I don't believe there is. I think we're just doing the 2 tomorrow, Canada versus Czechia and Sweden either versus Latvia here or USA versus either Sweden or Latvia. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to sleep in. Tomorrow we're going to enjoy the game just like you do. But we will also have the semis covered, and we will have the bronze and gold medal games covered. And Jesse has got the gold medal game for the women's side on Thursday. Francois Labelle says over 700 viewers currently, but only 200 likes. Click like. You know what? Can I even ask you this? Click like and subscribe. Tell all your friends. Isn't Smits a draft prospect? He might be. I like him. That's my point. If Smits is already drafted, then I don't know. It's hard to keep track of the 100 players at this tournament. Latvians with some good pressure here, despite not being on any sort of power play. They're just doing it. Ryu just accused me of gimmick infringement for stealing Steve's line. I didn't do the thing, though. You know, tell all your friends. I always feel like he's flipping me off when he does that. I know it. I know he's not. Lock Mellis, oh, great play. But I think the Latvian forward who was supposed to receive it was turned around to maybe go and change. Did not seem to be prepared at all for that puck. Okay, so Smits is 17 and he's draft eligible this upcoming season. And he's playing the damn Olympics. Good for him. Smits is going to be I think he's going to be an NHL defender, guys. I think, and not like he's going to be a good shutdown guy. And he's huge too. People are saying Canada had the hardest seeding originally. Now we have the easiest seeding. Well, listen, don't count your eggs before they're hatched. All right. You've got Czechia is no joke. Okay. And as great as Canada is, you still have to win 3 games to get the gold medal. It's the Olympics. Crazy shit happens. 1 game knockout. 1 game. You could have a bad sleep that night. That's all I'm saying. You don't want to mess around. Oh, Smits is expected top 5 this year. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, well, there you go. Again, not paying attention to the draft rankings much yet. I didn't know that. Good for him. I really like the way he's played. I like the way Latvia plays. You kind of wonder how long it's going to be before Latvia produces its version of Leon Draisaitl. Like, they have a bunch of guys, but they don't have that high-end scoring. Where's the Latvian Tim Stützle? Where's the Latvian JJ Peterka? You know what I mean? And they've been a force as a hockey nation for a very long time. I just feel like it's coming. It's out there. So I wonder what the Olympics are going to look like in 2030 and in 2034. If a guy like Smits is supposed to go that high, then, it's going to be like, Switzerland with Roman Josi, right? Roman Josi and his merry men, or are other people going to follow in his lead and become NHL guys too? Do they become Germany's big rival for 4th or 5th in the world? Maybe Czechia. Nylander with a shot. Also, I would love if I was an NHL general manager. Oh, great play out front by, I forget, I couldn't even see who it was. The feed I'm watching is a little blurry when the camera moves. I would love to draft a 17-year-old who's been to the Olympics. Think of the things you don't have to teach a player like that. Playing against men, top stage in the world, arguably. Like, that's crazy. A little bit of pushing and shoving around the net. Forsberg was pushed down, but the ref's giving him a little bit of a chat. He's like, no. You should be calling that. These guys know each other. NHL refs. New England Wilderness. Can pass this team beat Canada tomorrow? Sure they can. Canada's going to have to lock in, man. They're going to have to lock in. Joe says, I'd like Fanatics to make more Olympic jerseys, please. It's like they hate money. Well, I don't know why. I mean, we all know why there's been supply chain disruption. We know. So I would imagine that might have something to do with it. I don't know that for sure. But anyway, once that shit gets sorted out, I think will have better opportunity. At Jersey's faster. $15 minutes to go in the second period. Markstrom fires it around. Intercepted by the Latvians. Oh, they can't get the handle on it, but they do get the puck back. There's Dogovins. Brian says Renards Krastenbergs has been good in this Olympus. He has. Now, part of me wonders, when we're talking about NHL players, like I'm not a scout. I don't know how they view these things, but do they look at these tournaments and go, well, if you're a standout on Team Latvia, we still don't see you as a standout as an NHL player, or hey, you're a standout on Team France, and hey, why don't we give you a shot because you are that much better than the rest of your teammates? Like, it's pretty clear Damian Clara is an potential NHL player. Look how great he played. Would a scout look at Damian Clara's performance for Italy and go, he's ready now, he'll be ready in a few years? Like, I don't know how you evaluate that. You know what I mean? Shot on the goalie. Latvia collects. 14:07 left. The Latvians are not getting enough done. Remember that 7-minute mark I needed them to have a goal by? We're getting awful close to that not happening. I didn't say it was probable. I did say it's possible. Blink says, if Damian Clara can fend off NHL caliber players with no defensive help, I feel like that's got to mean something. I would feel that way too. I just like hockey is weird that way, you know? Blugers with the face-off. And it looks like he won it. He did. Gergensons. This line for Latvia has been extremely important. They've gotten the majority of the offensive production. Especially Gergensons. He's been great. Brandon says, I feel like the middling players, there's like a lot more than you think. And I think you're right, Brandon. Right? These are just these countries' players. It's not like maybe there's 20 or 30 more guys in Canada, 20, 30 more guys in the States. Sometimes it's body size too. Like, these guys are all extremely talented hockey players, but some of them are 5'8" and some of them are 6'7". That makes a difference. Some of them are 150 pounds, and some of them are 220. Pure muscle. However, you look at a country like Finland and the great program that they have, a country like Sweden and the great program that they have. Their populations, while they're bigger than a Latvia, while they're not bigger than Italy, they're not bigger than France. These countries have the populations, a lot of them, to support this. And I think in a country like Latvia or Czech, where hockey is such a big part of the fabric, it really doesn't matter because most kids are playing, Especially Czech. Czech is like, oh, what a great goal. Sweden is up 3-0 on one of the silkiest Erik Karlsson passes we've seen since he was an Ottawa Senator. Oh my God. Wait till you see the replay on this. If you miss this, Forsberg doesn't have to do anything. That's Forsberg's first goal of the tournament too, because they don't flip and play him. This pass is crazy. Watch Karlsson. Okay. Like, he knows where Forsberg's going. Oh, they started that play together. Both went in opposite semicircles. That was hot. That was hot. Right on the tape. Oh my God. He didn't have to move his stick 1 inch. That's why Karlsson makes $11 million a year. He can do shit like that. That's nuts. Gargalant said, hey, they scored. I guess you have to watch the game. They interrupted you, Adam. I'm watching the game. I'm assuming everybody else is too. Do you want me to call the game? I can't actually do that with my voice in the shape that it's in. It's kind of hard to do. Better with a better voice. Francois LaBelle, man, how are you doing this marathon stream? I'm dozing off. I need a nap, and I'm still working. Hayden is Hayden's not as hopped up on caffeine as I am, and I think we've run him out a little bit, but he's hanging in there. Me, I'm doing fine. Caffeine, baby. Paradiggy says EK65 to the Maple Leafs. Yo, I think Erik Karlsson's staying in Pittsburgh. They're having a pretty good time there. They're doing pretty well. Steel Pen Pirate says Karlsson has been doing that all year in Pittsburgh. He found the fountain of youth this offseason. You know, once this season is over, I think I want to revisit the Kyle Dubas press conference from last year because he was really blunt in a way that I never saw him be in Toronto, probably because he wasn't allowed to be. But he said to the Pittsburgh media, Erik Karlsson's work habits need to match his ambitions. Bars, Kyle Dubas. What a statement. And if you're an athlete, like, holy shit, right? That's harsh. That is harsh. But look at that. Looks like he heard the message. He's been excellent this year. He's been awesome. More like OEL to Pittsburgh rather than EK the other way around. I would, you know what? I'll take that. I need one of your young forwards, though. I need Kindle. Give me Kindle. Okay. Sweden's offside. 11:25 left in the period. Latvia getting next to nothing done on the offensive side of things, guys. Nothing. It's a shame, but Sweden has just locked this game down. Like, locked it right down. Rasmus Dahlin collects the puck at his own end. Zabinajad is going to carry this out. Forsling. The Swedes are kind of just playing with their food at the moment. Not a lot going on. Okay, now we're going to force our way into the Latvian zone, but we're not going to rush it. I think this might be keep away mode a little bit here. Lucas Raymond with the puck. It goes into the Swedish bench. 10:45 left in the second. Steel Pen Pirate says we may move Kovinen. Well, listen, here's what Toronto needs. If they're smart, you need assets in which to make a trade for forwards that can help you or defensemen that can help you, or you need young players who are on the verge of making the NHL. Toronto has always lacked a stud defenseman. That's what they really need. And Erik Karlsson from 8 years ago would have been perfect. They never have had that. Francois LaBelle, I like this stream so much I liked it twice, which I think means you unliked it. I think that's what happens when you like it twice. Drowsy Dan, woo, wasn't sure I was going to make it, but I am 3 for 3 on the streams today. Let's go. Karlsson and Zerkels had a pretty nasty collision there. And I don't even know if that was on purpose. You have to ask yourself, if the goals are going to come for Latvia, where are they going to come? How are they going to come? I don't know. I'm just not seeing anything here that makes me believe that they're going to score a goal. Smits. Pushed off by Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Oh, we got another 3 for 3. Jay Sizzles on the third stream of the day. Let's go. Tim Trutone says, nobody wants any of your team up there in Toronto. Well, if it doesn't work for you, somebody will trade for our players. I know that. K1, who has been here for all 3 streams, started at 4 a.m. because K1 is in a different time zone than me. That's an early start. Mallory Baxter, 3 for 3 in the central time zone. Yes. Hollis Max is a respect, but I was not getting up at 4 a.m. Oh, that's funny. Luke says Edmonton always wants our players. They do. Edmonton does. I do still think Bobby McMahon would fit in perfectly there, but people are throwing Oliver Ekman-Larsson's name in there too for Edmonton. I think that's interesting. I think that's real interesting. I think it makes sense for Edmonton. They need more puck movement back there. What the question would be, what are you going to attach to Andrew Mangiapane for us to take on that money? Because that's what would have to come back. The Oilers are capped out. Mangiapane actually makes more money than Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Can you believe that? And you could probably get Bobby McMahon in there at retained, which would bring him down to like, I don't know, $500,000 or something. But you'd have to pay a lot for that. And if you ask Oilers fans, they're like, no, give Toronto nothing and we'll take their players. And you're like, well, not how a trade works. just saying. Luke says third stream here as well. Hockey Trent says, I watched all of stream 1 and half of 2 and most of this one in the central time zone. Luke Vella said, this is my third stream, but unfortunately you guys started at 11 in Australia. I haven't slept and won't be able to work now. Hey, please don't put that on us. Oh no. Paradiggy says you can get a Berube favorite, Trent Frederick. No thanks. He's all yours. All right, Latvia is going to get an offensive zone faceoff. One of their first of the period. They won the draw. They're going to have to create some offense here. Blugers, back to the point. Shot. And they score! And it's Valmanis, I think. Is that who it is? No? Is it? Or is it Traumax? Is it Traumax? I can't tell. I don't know. I think it's Traumax, but I could be wrong. The Latvians are in it, baby. They scored. So it's Traumax. Bluger to the point. Shot. It's Traumax in front. The Latvian Austin Matthews. Edwards Traumax. What I love about Latvian names, and I learned this period, or I learned this tournament, that is that in Latvia, if you're a male, you have an S at the end of your name. If you're female, it's an A, because they have gendered names. Thought that was interesting. So that ends the shutout bid for Jake Markstrom. And a nice goal for Latvia, too. Again, that was one of their first offensive zone faceoffs of the period. Worked out pretty well. They should try it. They should do some more. Lock Mellis chops the puck up. 17 Silla says Bluger's got a net of something at the trade deadline. I like him. If you're looking for PK help and a depth center, I thought he was really good for Vancouver a couple years ago in the playoffs. I really liked Dakota Joshua in those playoffs. I loved Connor Garland. Oh my God. Give me Connor Garland all day. He's not getting traded. My phone is just buzzing off the handle right now. Some of my hockey group chats are going crazy after that Latvian goal. Ryu says, Traumax, so Detroit has their own Austin Matthews, eh? Yeah, you betcha they do. Brandon Short says, the hockey guy loves Bluger. Hockey guy's right. Listen to the hockey guy. Smart person. Understands the game. Bluger's rules. Eriksson X going to carry the puck out. This line, all tournament for Sweden, has been very, very strong, but Eriksson Ek just gave up the puck. Shot! Tried to go short side on Markstrom, didn't work. But yeah, Nylander has been driving a lot of the scoring chances, even in this game. His first couple shifts, he looked good. Zerkals. Smits is in there again. One thing you notice about Smits is he does not mind pinching. And by doing so, created an icing. And what are the Latvians about to get? That's right, an offensive zone faceoff. Let's see what they can do with it. At this point in the game, watching the Latvians try to climb back into it, you have to go like offensive opportunity by offensive opportunity. Here we go. Teddy Bluger wins the faceoff draw. That's a big one. Back to Smits. Shot. And Markstrom. Great save. I forgot his name for a second there, and I don't know why. Is it just me, or has Smits moved up with Balanskis? I think he has. So the Latvian coach has moved the 17-year-old, basically 18-year-old, to the top defense pairing with Uvis Balanskis. Is somebody's draft stock going up? I wonder. There's Smits. Pinching down low again like he did before. Gergensen's with the puck. He's been great. This whole top line, Bluger, Gergensen's, and Traumax, they got the goal. They've been getting the goals for Latvia all tournament. In comes Sweden across the line. If you're Latvia, you're just trying to break up their flow. Do not let them cycle down low because they'll be impossible to catch. Oh, Zabinajad shakes down Gergensen's, but Gergensen's had the puck. You could hear the Latvian fans not liking that, but Wenberg to the line. Carlson shot, and that's wide. Almost too many men. Almost. Teddy Bluger fires the puck up just to relieve the pressure. And Traumax is going after the Swedish defenseman there. Just getting a little bit chippy. Holmberg, Leaf legend, Lightning superstar Pontus Holmberg. On the ice, he's not going to play much. He usually plays about 6-7 minutes a game. But the coach loves this guy. They won the Swedish Elite League together, and Holmberg was the MVP. Hedman. I think we got a penalty here. Do we have a penalty? I don't know. I didn't see it. Drowsy Dan says, Adam, you have to believe in Holmberg. Comp friggin' scored today. You're right. Brian said Pierre-Edouard Bellemare said he is sad he isn't retiring in the NHL, but happy he is retiring in his home country. Listen, Pierre-Edouard Bellemare had the best last game he could possibly ask for at the Olympics near his home, and he scores a goal. Excuse me. You have to imagine that's about as good as it gets, right? Hayden says maybe he'll coach France. That's a good idea. At very least. Oh, did you guys know that there's a special weather statement for Toronto? Messy winter conditions expected Wednesday. 15 centimeters of snow. It's great. Hey guys, it's been a warm, beautiful, sunny day today. The snow is finally melting in Toronto. Guess what happens tomorrow? We're getting freezing rain for the morning and then a dumping of snow in the afternoon. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that great? Aren't we thrilled? We're thrilled. We're thrilled. We're thrilled. Coach Curve says, who starts tomorrow for Sweden? Well, I don't think it's going to be Gustafsson. I'd be shocked if they gave Wallstedt his first shot at the net against the Americans in the quarters. I think it's going to be Markstrom. I would think so, right? Gergensons carries the puck behind that, gets it out front. Latvian forwards cannot get. That's Bluger and Traulmax cannot get their sticks on it. But a good play by Gergensons. Smits. Gergensons collects. They're back in the Latvian zone now. Nylander steals. Tries to get it to Eriksson Ek. Pass intercepted. Traulmax. Down low. Balanskis. Great pass to Gergensons. He was away, but he just could not get a handle on that puck. He still has it, though. I didn't know Zemgus Gergenson's puck possession was this good, to be honest with you. Zeal, shot in. 14-12 left in the second period. Latvia trying to press. They got a man out front who's open. I don't think they saw him. Valmanis had a guy open, and I don't think he saw him. Oh, he was wide open. Wow, OEL takes down Krastenbergs. Krastenbergs. Out front. Oh, baby, that was close. Latvia still's got the pressure on. And I think Sweden's just taking a penalty, and I think it's going to be Hedman to the box. I don't know if that's a roughing or a holding or what that's going to be, but that's a big, big penalty to take with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the second period. Latvia actually creating some opportunities. Krastenbergs was all over it. Almost found Vilmanis out front. And then I think Hedman gave Hedman a bit of a shove. And then Hedman gave him a cross check, and he sold the shit out of it. Krastenbergs sold. He fell off the ice like he exploded there. Wow. Hey, take what you can, right? Okay, 155 left on this power play. Lachmelis bringing the puck out. Blugers, Balinskis with him. Gergensons, who is where all the offense in Latvia starts. Lachmelis up to the point. Balanskis to Lachmelis. To Balanskis. Shot. That goes off the puck. Oh, it went off a bottom. It went off a bottom. It went off of Teddy Bluger's rear end. You got a man up front, Teddy. You got a man up front. Shoots. Ah, Gergensons, you held on to it too long. Teddy, pass the damn puck, Teddy. Krastenbergs. Shot. And that is tipped just out. Teddy Bluger. He was right there. Oh. Wow. Why did Bluger wait? You're not going to get it in a Lachmelis. That coach knows it too. He knows. He knows. Somebody in the chat said, I know who Adam cheers for. I'm not cheering for either side. I'm cheering for a close game. That's what I want. If Sweden was down 4-1, I'd be like, all right, what's it going to take Sweden to get back in this game? You watch. Tomorrow with Team USA, I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, I don't have a dog in this fight. I want close games, baby. That's what I want. Block Mellis, and the Swedes are going to clear. Eriksson Ek fires it down the ice. Alvis Merzlikins is able to corral. Balanskis. Second unit out for Latvia. There's Edward Traulmax. Scored a goal earlier. Carlson. Oh, Zibanejad. 1-on-2. Flips it in on Merzlikins. Merzlikins drops it. 5 seconds to go, and we are basically 5-on-5 again. Swedes get out of a little bit of trouble there. Latvians pushed a little bit. We're back to 5-on-5, and the Latvians are going to have to skate. Oh, puck out front. Latvians have good energy here. Sweden chasing the game just a little bit. Fourth line for Sweden is out there, too. They can skate. Holmberg, Wenberg, those are fast players. Francois Lebel, we all know Adam hates Nylander. LOL. Yeah, that's me. Big hater. Lindholm on the ice. Hey, how about that? Holmberg, Wenberg, Lindholm. Oh, we got to play up front. Oh, my God. That was about as close as you can get to a goal without scoring one. That's Alexander Wenberg, who's had an incredible year with San Jose. Oh, we almost got another chance. Wenberg missed 2 beautiful chances. I just don't think he got the handle. Wow. Holy smokes. Sweden back to pushing. 30 seconds to go. You got to think the Latvians just want to batten down the hatches here, get to the end of the period, get a breather in. I don't think their defense has changed. The clearing attempt is fired off a Swedish skate and back into the Latvian zone. They just got it out past Dahlin. 12 seconds to go in the period. I can't believe Wenberg didn't score on one of those 2 chances. That was real close. 4 seconds to go in the period. And that'll be it for the second. The Latvians back in this game, but the Swedes are up 3-0. They traded goals. So Traulmax with the goal. I think Bluger missed a beautiful opportunity on the power play. I think Wenberg missed a couple of insane opportunities. And Forsberg with a great goal. That Erik Karlsson pass, man, that was awesome. Vintage EK. Vintage. All right, let's get into these hockey cards. Because, you know, I don't know about you, but we're cooler than you in Canada. We get Tim Hortons hockey cards. Oh, and what a beauty start, ladies and gentlemen. Macklin Celebrini. We love that. Tournament leader in goals so far. And he does have the tournament lead, even though he's tied with 2 other guys. Why? Because he's played less games than they have. Macklin. We also got Jennifer Gardner on the women's side. Last played at the World Championships 2025, just last year. And a guy who was on the 4 Nations team but did not make Team Canada this year. Program excellence, Travis Konechny. I like Travis Konechny a lot. He's one of those guys I have wished forever was a Toronto Maple Leaf. I just think he would be a god here. But there's a reason he's a god in Philadelphia. Because they know good hockey down there. All right, hang on. Some of these cards are a little bit hard to open. Tim Hortons hockey cards. Let's do another one. Remember, there are 2 base cards. And then there's a specialty card in every pack. Oh, man. This picture of Mitch Marner is from 8 million years ago. I don't know if you can see this. Check it out. That's World Juniors Mitch Marner for you. Wow. That's got to be like 2014. Anyway, good card to have. One of the stars of the team, Ray Bork from the Nagano Olympic Games. And that is my favorite Team Canada jersey. I'll repeat it till I'm blue in the face. I love that Team Canada jersey with the gray striping on it. Love that. And my specialty card from this pack I know there's some Penguins fans in here. Penguins fans. Pay attention, Penguins fans. Sidney Crosby, golden goal, gold medalist card. Baby. Mwah. I don't even want to kiss it because I want to get it framed. Look at that. Look at that. Not a bad hockey card back. All right. Hayden, what are we doing here for our intermission entertainment, sir? Okay. So a lot of conversation in the States about Matthews and his captaincy. We kind of weighed in on it. Have a look, see what you think. The United States, through the first 2 games, and this is where people really have doubted them, and I think to their discredit. People are like, oh, the U.S. looks mid. Each of the first 2 games, by minute 30, the United States said, okay, grabbed them by the throat and choked them.
Yes.
And like it was over. Yeah, first 30 minutes, the other teams in the game, the United States was sort of playing with their food. Very clearly from the outset, the Tkachuk line with the Eichels was good. Sorry, the Eichels. The Tkachuks and Eichel. There's not 2 Eichels, there's 2
Right.
Tkachuks. That was a great line. The Matthews line took a little bit of time to get going. Didn't get much done in the first game. Second game, they came on. Third game were great, and we'll get into it in a second. Brock Nelson obviously carried them through the first game a little bit, but this American team, I know that American fans are pissed off that Caulfield and Robertson are not there. Specifically Robertson more than Caulfield, okay? I get it. That doesn't mean this team sucks.
No.
This team's actually incredible.
No.
And they have, for my money, probably the best overall NHL goaltending at the tournament. Like not even close.
Undisputed.
They have the best overall defense core. I would take Cale Makar over any of those guys, but I think 2 and 3 are on the American roster, and they're playing together. Werenski and Hughes as a fucking pairing. Are you kidding me? Right?
But wasn't it Hughes McAvoy?
It was, and then they made Werenski Hughes midway through the
shit.
game.
All right, cool.
Yeah, it was like you're not. They're pretty mobile, right?
Yeah, just a bit, eh?
I want to talk about the fact that so many American commentators have said Austin Matthews shouldn't be the captain. You had Mark Lazarus talking about how the team, it's Brady and Matthews' team. And they love the red, white, and blue. Rah. I'm like, guys, listen, we know Mark. I like Mark a lot. And I'm not here to tell you that Austin Matthews is the perfect captain of Team USA. I'm not. But I do find it, just because Brady and Matthew are the loudest guys on the ice, I don't know that they're the captains of this team. And if you were to pull it off of Matthews, I don't think it's going to be either of those guys. I don't even think it's Jack Eichel. I think it's Quinn Hughes.
Can I say something softly, and I hope no Florida Panther fan is listening?
Give it to me.
Matthew Tkachuk's not even the captain of his team.
I know.
Like,
I know.
Right.
What are we doing?
Brady Tkachuk is.
Yeah. But
If
like,
you want Brady's
Barkov's
lead
not
Tkachuk?
a loud dude.
No.
But they all believe he should be the captain.
Yeah.
And Matthew Tkachuk's there every day, and he's not the captain.
Hey, neither is Jack Eichel. Not the captain of the Vegas Golden Knights.
No, that's Canadian Mark Stone.
So there's this whole thing, and I got to ask the question. Is it time to start having the conversation about the media scrutiny for playing for Team USA and how it's just simply too much? And I don't envy those athletes who have to play for Team USA.
I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
No, I think it's too much scrutiny. There's too many fans. They like the sport too much. And I feel like that's just too much pressure. They should probably play for another country. Don't you think?
Yeah. That's the only solution.
I was blown away.
Like, it's no wonder Medano and the Americans choked in Salt Lake. Like, imagine trying to win on home ice there.
Hey, it's it's a shame too. They even choked in Japan. The Americans, man, they didn't even medal in Japan.
Oh,
yeah, and that's the media and the fans, right? And so, what are the Tkachuks and Eichel and Matthews to do with such media pressure?
I don't understand all this talking out of both sides of their mouth, because the Matthews and the media scrutiny and can he handle it? Can he handle it? Meanwhile, like, the Tkachuks actively seek out this kind of attention at every turn and are celebrated for it. It's like, pick a lane, please.
Yeah.
But no, let's be honest. I've said in the past, like I think I said last year at the Four Nations, like I don't know if Matthews is the captain of his line, right? Because the Kachucks do seem to be the identity of that team.
Yep.
Doesn't necessarily mean they're captain material for that team. You'd have to be in their locker room. The beginning, middle, and end of it is you have to be in the locker room to understand if it's a good idea or not. I was a little surprised Matthews remained captain. You could argue it's a much larger story to take the C away from him.
I think it is.
And give it to someone else.
I think it is. I think that's why they didn't do it.
It's a big distraction. And then
remember when he was named captain, he was coming off a 69-goal season.
Yeah. And then you're putting a target on whoever you put it on. I assume either Matthew or Brady, right? Or Eichel or whatever. There was legitimate discussion about like, has Eichel passed Matthews? And like, if you throw out the numbers, I'll listen to it. But let's be honest, the reason people are saying these things about Matthews, and yes, I'm playing this card, I don't even give a damn. They hate the Leafs. You have permission to hate this player because you hate the team that he plays for. You hate their fan base. You hate the media. You hate being a minority for a fraction of a second, which American hockey fans can be sometimes in hockey spaces. And you're projecting it all onto this one guy.
And he's leading the team in scoring, in goals, and in points.
After the second game, he wasn't. And after the second game, which the Americans won, by the way, that's when he got all the shit. And after the third game,
fucking crickets, dude.
Yeah. Was there an outage?
Can I throw
in the States I'm not aware of? Verizon go down or what?
So the names I've heard thrown out there as potential captains for Team USA.
Yeah.
Okay? I've heard Matthew, I've heard Brady, heard Jack Eichel, I've heard Quinn Hughes, that sort of thing.
Okay.
But you look at the best players on that roster. Let's just look at the playoffs last year. There's one guy of the guys that I mentioned that went further than Austin in the playoffs last year. And that's Matthew Tkachuk.
Actually?
Jack Eichel was gone in 5 games in the second round. Brady was gone in the first round. Canucks didn't make it. Blue Jackets, if you're adding Werenski in there, didn't make it. I'm sorry, like you're talking about
surprised.
If you're talking about like Joe Haggerty in Boston was talking about he's not a winner, he's not a winner, he's not a winner. Okay. All right. Matthew's a winner. Matthew Tkachuk. Yeah, Matthew Tkachuk is an absolute, no denying that.
His name's on the cup.
If you're going by winners, Gensel won with the Penguins, right?
Twice, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's good. Matt Boldy hasn't won anything. Larkin, captain of a team that's never made the playoffs while he's been there.
Right.
Keller, scratch.
Right.
Thompson's never made the playoffs.
Right.
Miller's not going to make the playoffs.
Right.
Nelson is going to be great in the playoffs, I think.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
But I don't think he's a captain. Jack Hughes is a captain. Not going to make the playoffs.
He's not a captain.
Oh, he's not?
Yeah, no.
Oh, it's Hischier, right.
Hischier, yeah.
Everyone forgets that.
I think McAvoy's a good leader for Boston. Slavin's a good leader for Carolina. Neither have won a cup. Faber hasn't won a cup. Werenski hasn't won a cup. Jake Sanderson hasn't won a cup. Quinn Hughes hasn't won a cup. So when we're talking about winners,
it's pretty much Matthew or bust.
Matthew Tkachuk has to be.
Or if Gensel, I suppose.
If that's your very narrow view of it.
You're looking at Matthew Tkachuk, Jack Eichel, or Jake Gensel.
Yeah, because Jack's won a cup.
Right.
And Jack was phenomenal when they were.
Brady hasn't won a playoff series.
Yeah. Like, and by the way, is that fair to Brady? No. That's not fair to Brady. He's got an entire team and a shitty organization behind him in previous years. They're better now.
Yes.
That fucked that up for him.
Yeah, no, last year, Brady's team lost, watched all 6 games, and I wasn't like, yeah, Brady really choked that series away.
Exactly. And I'm looking at this season and I'm going, Brady's not choking this season away. Their goaltending is. Right? But my point is, to back Steve on this, if you don't like Austin, just say, I don't fucking like that guy. He plays for the
You don't like him. I wish they would just say it.
Just say that.
I have more respect for people who try to actually, like Travis Yost was like, here's some evidence for like how the gap is closed between Matthews and Eichel. Eichel's a great player.
He's
like,
phenomenal.
You can't tell me there's a
phenomenal playoff performer too.
Yes, you can't tell me there's a huge chasm between those two players. But to just be like, he's not a winner. It's not a leader. It's just lazy. And if you're not in the room, you don't know.
And what's crazy, it's not coming from Canadians. It's the Americans that are doing this to themselves.
No. And the reason Canadians haven't really gone to bat for him is we don't want him to win. I haven't said anything because I'm like, yeah, punch him while he's down.
Each your own.
Go for it. Never interrupt your enemy when they're in the middle of making a mistake. Go for it. Yeah, screw that guy.
Jesse, would you not also say that Team USA, does it really fully matter who the captain is? They have a group of leaders. That's the point.
Exactly. And I don't think people in the media or fans or anybody understands what goes on in a locker room until you are the people in the locker room. The people who understand who's leading that team are the 25 guys who are on that roster, and like nobody else. Like I can't sit here and be like, I know definitively what kind of leader Austin Matthews is, or what kind of leader Jack Eichel would be, or Matthew Tkachuk would be. It's all I know is they've entrusted Austin with this position for a reason. And that's because the players there and the staff there believe that he can be a captain and is captain material and is good enough to captain this team. And I feel like that's enough reason to just all be okay with him being captain.
You've been in the locker room, Jesse, but you've never, like, they've never been like, all right, we're going to have a closed door meeting. Everyone out. Wait. Jesse, you can stay.
Yeah, no, hang out with the guys.
You can stay. Nice. Move over. Shove a bum.
Yeah.
All right, Jesse, go right there.
And what
We're going to lay it all out on the table.
What the guys give to you when you got your cell phone sticking in front of them isn't what they give to the guys that they're going out there and battling in war with. Like, it's not the same at all. You have no idea what kind of leader Austin Matthews is. And if we want to go back to Mark Lazarus, I didn't read the article that you were referencing, but I did see him tweet out some quotes from guys on Team USA. And he said, Jake Gensel on Austin Matthews. He's been great all tournament. You guys put a lot of heat on him for no reason. He's just an unbelievable player, and he plays in all situations.
This, honestly, that's embarrassing.
And also,
I think that's embarrassing.
Can I also throw this out there just because he's...
That he had to say it. In the middle of the
he was asked the question.
No, I know that. I just want to say the fact that it's become a story for one of 2 3-0 teams. For their leading scorer and captain to, hey, what do you think of him? What the fuck? He's good.
So, and then Lazarus also tweeted out a quote from Matthew Tkachuk, because he was also asked, hey, how's Austin, like, as a leader and that stuff? And Matthew Tkachuk says, he was awesome. He's our captain. We're following his lead. So I'm gonna default to trusting the guys that he is in charge of leading and them backing him up and saying that he's a great leader, and then believe that he's a good leader. So I don't understand the narrative about like have somebody else as captain, because the guy like you want as captain is like, he's awesome and our leader and I love him. And Matthew Tkachuk doesn't need a C on his chest to be a leader for Team USA.
No, he's very clearly an emotional leader.
He does it by being Matthew Tkachuk and the emotional leader of the team. And he's going to do that regardless. So why not put the C on the guy you probably look to as the most dialed in hockey player? I'm
angry anyone's making me go to bat for the players on Team USA.
We got one more period together. We have done 9 periods. Well, we've done 8 periods of hockey. We're going to do 9 today. Last period of either Sweden or Latvia's tournament. We're not totally sure who, although kind of looks like Sweden, doesn't it? Kind of feels like Sweden, doesn't it? Anyway, guys, I'm pretty pumped. And I feel like Latvia can get back in this. I'm not saying they even tie the game up, but I feel like they can get one more. Don't you feel like they can get one more? They can get one more. Why can't we have a close game? I'm team close game. Give me a close game. I'm begging for it. Pleading for it. Hayden has got the numbers on how long we've streamed for today. What do we got, Hayden? 7 hours. 7 hours and 50 minutes on air. Let's go. 7 hours and 50 minutes. We're going to get to what? 8 something? Oh, hey, they're showing the preview for the Iliad, the Matt Damon thing. or the Odyssey, excuse me, not the Iliad. I know Hayden's just embarrassed. The Odyssey. I didn't know you were a Latin nerd. Attaboy. All right. I'm very excited for this. Jesse Blake, who is the captain of Team Close Game? That would be me, Jesse Blake. Captain of Team Close Game. By the way, Jesse, did you see this? Jesse, did you see this? Guess who got a gift card before you did? It's not quite a donut, but it's close. I'm covering up the QR code so no one can take it. Tim Hortons, baby. Gotcha, Jess. Gotcha. All right. Tweeting this thing out. Let's get back to it. Last period for either Sweden or Finland. Latvia. And definitely last period of the day for moi. Oh, baby. Yeah, Jesse. Yeah, Jesse. Look at that. Look at that. And I also got a Sidney Crosby golden goal card, Jesse Blake. Yeah, you open all those cards and you got your cool little whiteboard, but do you have a gift card? No, you don't. Sorry. By the way, the period has started. Zabinajad dumps the puck in to Latvian zone. Adam Wylde has a gift card. Jesse does not. Adam Wylde has a gift card. Jesse does not. So, too bad. Too bad, Jess. Orange Joe, Adam, I'm home from work and I am ready to watch the third period. Orange Joe, were you not with us earlier this morning before work? I'm pretty sure you were. Teampa 1996 says, Adam being so confident this is the last period is begging for overtime. Buddy, I would die for overtime. I am begging for overtime. Hayden says we've been live for more than half of the hours that he's been awake today. It's probably me too. Wow, Jesse Blake in the chat is saying free donuts are better than Sidney Crosby. Wow. Jesse, would you care if I got a Mario Lemieux card? Because I got one of those too. And I got a couple Macklin Celebrinis. Just kind of rocking your shit right now, man. 18:50 left in the third period. Here come the Latvian shot. Just goes wide. Markstrom was ready. Here we go. Lockmelis moves around, tried to get it, just goes across the crease. He's just not able at the last second to get that puck on it. There is a Latvian stick flying on the ice and a call to the referee to make a call. Ref didn't make a call. 3-1 is the score. Sweden got 2 in the first. Latvia and Sweden traded goals in the second period. Hayden said, has there been any overtime in the Olympics? I don't think there has, Hayden. I don't think so. Not on the men's side. If there has on the women's side, I'm not aware of it. But on the men's side, no. Here come the Swedes. And Merzlikins takes a pretty easy Forsberg shot and goes, you know what? Let's not have any rebounds. We don't like that. Czechia, Switzerland played in OT in the women's side. Okay. All right. Was that the women's side or the men's side? I don't know. I can't remember. There's been a lot of hockey in a very short amount of time. It was the men's side. Okay. Well, Czechia, Latvia went to overtime then. There you go. So Latvia's already been there. Switzerland beat, oh, it wasn't, sorry, what was I saying Latvia for? Switzerland beat Czechia in overtime. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, the Latvian Austin Matthews, Trollmox, who already got their first goal, had a shot there, but of course, that puck goes over the net. And Trollmax just got a high sticking call. I don't know how you guys remember these things sometimes. Like, I don't have, you must know me well enough by now to know that I don't have that kind of memory that can recall like that. I see a game and then I need to read the game's recap to remind myself what happened in the game. I'm not sure if it's maybe it's an ADHD thing, but I have to like watch it and then I have to rehash it in print form, and then I've really locked the game in. Oh yeah. Hey, Aiden's like, are you the person who likes the post game highlight packs of the game you just watched? Absolutely. If it's on like TSN and because they never do it on Sportsnet, it's super weird. But TSN will be like, here's the Leaf game you just watched. All right, now watch the Leaf highlight pack. And I'm like, that works for me. Nail that thing into your head. Eric Carlson. Hayden said I've always wondered who this is for. It's for me, Hayden. It's for me. Mike Milbury said, Adam, your memory for a guy that does this for a living is lacking. ADHD is no excuse. Just fixate on hockey like the rest of us. You know what? What if I simply focused harder? Matt L. Adam already forgot the Denmark-Czechia game. Did that happen today? I don't know. I wasn't there. I was unavailable. From the Czechia game? Can I name a goal scorer from the Czechia game? Oh, okay. Hold on. So it was, this is embarrassing. Yes. Cervenka scored. The captain, the 40-year-old. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I don't have a memory like that. Belmer he said, name the French goal scorer from this morning. That was Belmer. And you know why I know that? Because he retired after the game. And I remembered to lock that in. Oh, he scored and retired. I'm going to talk about that on the Steve Dangle podcast. You see? David Kampf also scored, as they're saying in the chat, which should have been the one I picked. But I clocked Cervenka because I thought it was cool that a 40-year-old scored. Wow, Marty Nietzsche's whatever. Crash Test Vita says ADHD can't stop you if you just say no. I mean, it's a good point. Brandon Short said you Googled it. You think I could have wrote Cervenka in that time? You think I could have wrote? I couldn't even write check. I had one hand. No. Look, here's what I have up on my screen. Look, it's me on the screen. I think you can write Olympics. You think, okay, so you think if I wrote Olympics into the Google, they'll be like Roman Cervenka scored. Now, I don't think that's going to be the top story today. Pretzel Hunt says, and doxed. I don't think I'm doxed. I think I'm okay. As a Canadian with bias search options, possibly. There's no chance you could Google Olympics and Roman Cervenka's name comes up to a Canadian. No chance. Oh my God. Adam, they are tearing into you. Call your therapist. I'll get on BetterHelp right away. Zibanejad. Oh, he's got wide open. Zibanejad's going to score. Big goal. Great goal. What a play. Wow. They just toyed with the Latvians on that one. That poor Latvian fan sitting with all the Swedes. Did you guys see that on the broadcast? All his buddies were up, and this poor Latvian guy's like, oh, this is pretty sad. This is kind of what I expected, but this is pretty sad. So Zibanejad sets this play up beautifully. And what a great pass from Lucas Raymond. No looker, sexy. Oh, that was hot. No doubter. No doubter. It is 4-1 Sweden. Remember, the winner of this game plays the United States and joins us on our stream tomorrow because Steve is streaming the early game, which is Canada versus Czechia. We are streaming the later game, which would be looking like it's going to be Sweden versus the United States of America. That will be interesting. Finland plays Switzerland, I think. Yeah, don't they? I think that one I would have to ask you to look up. If you just Google Olympic men's hockey schedule, it'll say. Oh, 17 Scylla, welcome to SDP VIP. Let's go. What's at noon? Oh, Switzerland-Finland game is at noon. That's going to be a good game. I'm going to watch the hell out of that. Darlene is getting into it with Zirkles. Bit of a size differential there. Although I'm sure when Rasmus Dahlin runs into anybody, there's a bit of a side differential. This tea is saving my life. ABC says, I didn't know Zibanejad could hit an empty net. He usually misses those. Isn't it crazy the amount of hate Rangers players are getting this year? Like, I'm fairly convinced they're all good hockey players, but maybe they're just not good together anymore. Somebody said this guy needs to gargle some salt water. Joke's on you. I've been doing that all day, and this is the best I can get. I'm doing the best I can. All right. This is honey and tea. You know what? I feel like this is the best my voice has sounded all day because I've been working it. Brian says Jesper Wallstedt still hasn't played, and he won't. I think Markstrom's going to get the start tomorrow, guys. Gustafsson is not even dressed. Wait. Yo, is it possible that they play Gustafsson tomorrow? Like, are they resting him today? Because he was bad against Italy. Is that possible? Would that be a good idea? You don't want to play a goalie back-to-back, do you? But Markstrom's arguably been better. I don't know. Co94 says, if Markstrom starts, might as well just give the game to the States. Wallstedt would be better, I think. I think he's the better option than both these guys. But are you going to start a 22-year-old goaltender in the quarterfinals against the second-seeded team in the tournament? I don't think so. For the first time, he hasn't played any hockey. Hayden says he's unshakable. Okay, that's great. That's awesome. But, like, whoa, that would be a lot to put him in for. Oh, big hit in the corner there by Hedman. The Swedes are in the box. Shot, save. Oh, Markstrom made a great save there. Krastensburg's had an opportunity to pull this game just a little bit closer. Krastensburg's again shot again. That misses the net. They got to hit the net. There's been a lot of missing the net here from Latvia. Bolinskis. Oh, wow. Hedman just gave Krastensburg's a big, small slash, and then Krastensburg's fell like he fell on a grenade. I think Hedman's just laughing at him. Meme Emperor says there's a super bubble gum wrapper that looks exactly like Rangers jerseys and never been able to take them seriously since. I don't think I've ever seen one. I know you live in Tampa. Maybe it's not available in Toronto. I don't know. Oh, Krastensburg's just diving the hell out of that. What is this? Stop it. I'm so glad the ref was like, what are you doing? You can't call that. 12:30 left in this game. If Latvia has a hope in hell, they better get scoring now. 1 minute left on this power play. Listen, I don't blame Krastensburg necessarily for diving. I still don't like diving, but like You got to try to get as many advantages as you can in a game like this. I don't like it, but like I get it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want my guys doing that. I'll put it that way. Traumax, the goal scorer, with Landeskog all over him, doing the full court press, and Landeskog is going to skate with him the whole length of the ice. He gets past Zibanejad, gets the puck down low. Latvia playing it along the boards. That's Valmanis back to Valmax. Valmax. What am I saying? You could tell 8 hours on the air, and it's getting to me a little bit. Oh, out front, Pettersson's going to get one. What a save. What a save. What an incredible save by Elvis Merzlikins. If that goal goes in, this game's over. And the Swedish shorthanded group, which consisted of, on this one, Zibanejad and Pettersson, did an amazing job getting the puck deep. Zibanejad has already scored, tried to set up Pettersson, and Pettersson is all alone. All alone, but Merzlikins reads him beautifully. What a save. Absolute robbery. If there's one thing we know, Elvis Merzlikins looks really good at this tournament. And I know it's not been a good year in Columbus. He's playing all-star team after all-star team, and he's not looking too bad. Damn. Wow, what a save. 6 seconds left on this Latvian power play. Gergensen out front. Oh. Zirkles looked like he had an opportunity there. Just, again, they just keep not getting the handle on it. Gergensen's shoots. Oh, he was going for the 5-hole, and he nailed it, but Markstrom read that perfectly. Squeeze those knees. Coach Curve says Merzlikins is .915 save percentage since Bowness took over. They've honestly been low-key very good. I think, they were trying to save their season. I think it's probably too far gone for them. But if that's the way they're going to play under Bowness, that's pretty good. It also makes the Dean Evison interviews so embarrassing. Like when he got let go and he gave those interviews and he was like, I don't understand why I was let go, not given more opportunity. I was like, oh, Dean. And good win by Lockmellis. Shot by Krasensberg, and Markstrom's good to that. Lockmellis is going to take this face-off draw for Latvia, and Landeskog wins it for Sweden. I'm going to look for Sweden to play a little bit more defensively. With a 3-goal lead, I think they can afford to. Well, maybe not, though. Shot by Raymond. That's tipped aside. Puck goes deep into the Swedish zone. Landeskog back to collect. He's been a force in this tournament. He opened the scoring for Sweden. He scored for them today. Captain. Forsling. Passes to Nylander. Nylander had that really good first period. He's kind of not been as visible since, but I don't know that he's needed to. He gets the puck stripped. This is the top line for Sweden, so the fourth line for the Latvians is out there, and they're working hard. Harris Connect tries to find Nylander. That pass is intercepted, Smits, by the way, who's supposed to go probably top 10 in the draft this year, has been upgraded to the top pairing for Latvia with Uvis Valenskis. It's pretty cool. Francois Labella's now click like 3 times. Guys, don't forget to click like. It helps us share with new people who maybe have never found us before. Gergensen's, who's had a really good game. Oh, there's a trip. Ruben's upended, but hey, no call. Pedersen back to, that was Forsberg. Some good hits being thrown here. Traumax and Raquel getting into it a little bit. There's a penalty somewhere. So it's a slashing call against Latvia. Oh, that's a killer. Okay, let me ask you this. Time for a little bit of a check-in. Give me the country. Give me the flag of the country that you are currently tuning in from, and give me the city name. I want the flag and I want the city name. Drop them in the chat. I want to know where people are watching from. Give it to me. So this is interesting. Hayden just let me know. I said, hey, Nylander hasn't played a lot or hasn't been noticeable a lot. Well, that's because Nylander's only played 11 minutes. Most other forwards at this point hovering around 13 to 15. That probably means they're resting him. They are resting him. We've got a Dane from Rockslid. We've got Netherlands. We've got Sweden. We've got, Sweden is Linkoping? Santiago, Chile, Honolulu, Hawaii, Richmond, Virginia, Francois Labelle dropping in from Montreal, Canada. Football Austin. I found this channel when I was living in Lille, France. Weinfelden in Switzerland, Brussels, Belgium, Midland, Ontario. I've spent many summers in Midland. Karlstad, Sweden, Vancouver. We got Woodstock, Illinois, Dallas, Texas, Wilmington, Texas, Gettysburg. I've been to Gettysburg. Grand Rapids, Michigan. Jack Hockey says, I'm living in your walls, Wild. Seattle, Raleigh, Boston, but I'm from Toronto, Canada. Kitchener. Oh boy, you live in Boston and you're from Toronto. Good luck. Gothenburg, Sweden, South Korea, Busan, South Korea, Latvia. And oh, you're from Riga. Okay. We got a Latvian in the chat. A lot of people from Hamilton too making bathroom jokes, as they should. Antagonist, I'm Canadian, but I'm tuning in from Ukraine. My fiance and I are visiting. Wow, that's cool. Gothenburg, Dubai, Pickawanagan, Ontario, Anchorage. Somebody says North Korea. I doubt it. Is that the Supreme Leader? Is the Supreme Leader on this chat? That's good to know. Sydney, Australia. I think Luke's been here for every stream. Jurgis Nemenis is saying it's not looking good for us Latvians, which is unfortunate. Alberts Smile is also from Latvia. I hope I pronounced your name right. Alta, Norway is also checking in. Ann Arbor, Michigan checking in. Shot by Landeskog. And it's turned aside. Thunder Bay, Ontario. Gainesville, Florida, but go Sweden. Checking in from Capri in Italy. I love that. Oh, the Latvians are, hey, listen, they might be shorthanded, but they're doing pretty good stuff. 34 seconds to go on the Swedish power play. Latvians have really worked hard to make sure the Swedes can't get fully set up. Kempe digging in there for that puck. That was a good waste of time by the Latvians. Good for them. Just hold that puck along the boards. Oh, great cross-ice pass. Nylander, if he had gotten a handle on it, this game is 5-1, but he didn't get a handle on it and could not get a shot. Raymond cuts across to Nylander. What a move! William Nylander. What an unbelievable goal in tight. That is one of the best of the tournament. Kind of reminds me of Tage Thompson a couple of games ago. Nylander doesn't even move, but his stick goes right and it goes left, and that backhand does not miss. Oh, baby. What a move, William Nylander. Woo. Wow. Lucas Raymond with another point on that, too. Damn. Watch Nylander in here. Raymond finds him, and it's beautiful. But Nylander doesn't move. He gets the pass. He pulls it up. Gets Merzlikins to commit. He pulls it back. Merzlikins only got a toe. He's not even looking at him. And then not quite roofing it, but he gets it midway up the net from literally right inside. That was excellent. What a goal. Well, I guess they can sit him the rest of the game. He's got his goal. He's got an assist already. You're going to need him to be full strength against those Americans tomorrow. That's a good hockey team. I think Wenberg and Holmberg are going to get a lot of ice time along with Lindholm. And that'd be Elias Lindholm, not Hampus. Hampus is on the bench, but I don't know if he's played at all. Has Hampus Lindholm taken the ice? Do you have the ice times up, Hayden? He's pulling it up. Man, Willie, what a move. Hampus Lindholm. So Hampus Lindholm is dressed, but he has not played. Same with Marcus Johansson. Has dressed, but he does not play. Why are they doing that? This guy, this Sam Halam, is a weird dude. Elias Pettersson has played, what, 6 minutes 56? And Forsberg's played 7:47. You know what, though? I'm not saying Sam Halam is playing 3D chess here, but it kind of does make sense to stop playing your best forwards when you're up 4 or 5-1 against the team you should beat, and you're playing the Americans tomorrow. Ricard Raquel's also played 7 minutes. Who's played the most? What, a lot of Woback Betties in the thing. Who's forwards and defense? We're going to find out here. This is interesting. Darlene has played the most minutes on defense and Kempe on forward. That's interesting because Kempe's a first liner. 13:32. And how much for Darlene? 17? Oh, so he's spreading it around. 14:38. Okay, so he's playing very even minutes. I think, Sam Halam is not Will Black Betty Sam Halam. It's not my favorite coach in the world, but I think I see the wisdom in what he's doing, which is don't run your good guys out against Latvia when you're winning. The Alaskan Frog, Anchorage, Alaska. Shout out. Thanks for joining us. Marcus Johansson played a bit against Slovakia on the third line with Forsberg and EP. .5:42 left in the third period. You know what? Hayden makes a good point because Hayden's a big Minnesota Wild guy. He's thinking that Sam Lamb just doesn't want to play Minnesota Wild guys. Could be possible. Could be true. Could be true. Oh, man. So we're going to see Sweden take on the United States tomorrow. Very likely, unless Latvia pulls off the comeback of all comebacks here. And we're going to find out whether it's Sam Halam's mystifying coaching or Bill Guerin and company's mystifying roster construction that wins out. One of them will win. One of them will win. That's going to be a great game tomorrow, and we get to stream that, you and me. We're going to have some fun. That's going to be a great game. I can't wait. Oh, going to be sexy. And there's some really good storylines going in. Pettersson just chips it in. Raymond after Smits. You guys better be in that stream tomorrow. 3:10. By the way, Team Canada plays at 10:40. Steve Dangle will have that stream. Do not miss that. Put it in your earphones at work. Your headphones, your earphones, whatever those are. Your earphones. I don't think anybody has any earphones. Haven't created those yet. But make sure that you are here tomorrow because we got 2 monster streams for you. Canada 10:40, USA, Sweden. So Canada, Czechia 10:40, USA, Sweden 3:10. Oh, Oh, Merzlikins got lucky. Almost played the puck in the part of the rink you're not allowed to play the puck in. Dead Man is a Detroit Red Wings fan. Looking forward to Larkin versus Raymond. That'll be good. That'll be good. Holmberg, back to Landeskog. Adam Kerr says, if Lucas, Raymond, Nylander, and Dahling can have good games tomorrow, I think Sweden can win. Well, that's good because they've been the best 3 players for Sweden at this tournament. Oh, we're going to get a Latvian breakaway here. Partial break at least. Here we go. Shot. And Markstrom with a great save. That was our good friend Renars Krastensbergs, who's had a pretty good tournament. Kyle Hodgins, I was using my earphones, and boy, my arms are tired. Tim True Tone says, will you be drinking Swedish vodka or American vodka during the game tomorrow? I'll be honest with you, I am partial to Tito's. I don't know any Swedish vodka brands. Unless maybe I do. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I'm a Tito's guy, and in Ontario, you can't buy Tito's anymore because we have said to the Americans, that's enough of your crap. But I don't drink much, and I had an extra bottle of Tito's, and it's been a year, and I haven't finished the half bottle of Tito's I had. I haven't touched it really, and I have a full bottle of Tito's. Absolute Vodka is Swedish? Well, damn. The next time that I need to buy a bottle of vodka, it's going to have to be Absolute. Because, unless it's a Canadian brand, because I can't get Tito's here anymore. Vox is also Swedish. Chopin is Swedish. Vedka is Swedish. Wow. Interesting. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big drinker. I haven't been a big drinker since I was a teenager. Not for any reason other than it kind of makes me feel like shit. Oh, that's a bad pass. Holmberg intercepts a really bad pass from the Latvian defense. That was not awesome. Broberg, Carlson, shot. Merzlikins stops that. It's Holmberg. It's Raquel. It's Wenberg. Oh, Pettersson's out there now. 1:59 left in the game. Sweden just doing the Harlem Globetrotters. Just keep it away. Just keep the puck away. Don't anybody get hurt. Don't anybody throw a hit. Don't take a penalty. We don't need to kill a penalty. Okay, Hayden, in our final 2 minutes, we're going to go through all of our picks for the games tomorrow. Hayden, start us off with the first matchup at 6:10. Who's playing? Slovakia, Germany is going to be a really good game. That's the first one. Guys, who are you picking, Slovakia or Germany? I'm going to go with Slovakia because they've been quite the story, but I can see Leon Draisaitl having an Olympic moment. I can see it. So I'm going to go Slovakia on that one. Okay. Next game is Canada versus Czechia. Of course I'm taking Canada. What do you guys think? Okay, first game, Germany, Slovakia is going to be 3-2, Slovakia. Canada, Czechia is going to be 5-2. I think. It was 5-1 the other game. So I'm going to go on that. Then we have at 12:10, we've got Finland and Switzerland, do we not? That is going to be a good game too, underratedly so. But I do think Finland's got the edge on that one. So I'm going to say 6-2 Finland, but they're not going to score their goals till late. 17 seconds to go in this game. Last one, Sweden, USA. I think the Swedes are going to make it closer than you might think because they haven't played all that great. Give me your scores here. I'm going to say 4-3 United States overtime. And the Swedes officially are playing the United States tomorrow. Those are my picks. Listen, Heather the Avs fan, I saw your super chat, by the way. I'm getting to you just a sec. Heather the Avs fan said, I just want to say thanks. I've been here all day. Got to pay for super chat. Got to pay for the super chat somehow. LOL. Well, Heather, we so appreciate you tuning in. And where are my people that were here for 3 streams? Where are my people who were here for 3 streams? Hayden's raising his hand. Where are my 3 streamers at? I need to see you. I need to see you. Sorry, Latvia, you did not win today, but a good tournament all the same. I know there were people. Oh, there's K1. He was here for all streams. Pine Cune, Smashing Hearts, number 12, Jessica Gentile, Echo Charlie, Mallory Baxter, Antagonist was here for 2. All right, guys, give me the 2 of 3. Who was the 2 of 3? Who was here for 2? Give me the 2 of 3. Give it to me. Where are you guys? Show yourselves. And if you were only here for 1 stream, don't you feel bad? I appreciate you being here for that too. Greynays212 said, watched all your streams today, and I'm so glad your voice made it all the way through the end. You sound much better now than you did earlier today. I appreciate it. Look at this. A lot of 2 for 3s. A lot of 2 for 3s. Okay, if you only streamed 1 time today, where are you at? 1 time. Francois LaBelle's a 2 of 3. Let's go, Francois. Give it to me. Who's a 1-timer? Give me a 1-timer. If you were just here for the 1. Robert Malloy has just been here for the 1 because he napped. And you know he deserved that. The Brad 1 for 3 gang. Roberto said I was here for 0.33 because I didn't know. That's okay. Don't worry about it. All right. Last question before we go for the chat. Who's new? Who has never watched an SDPN stream before? Maybe you've never even heard of SDPN and you came across this stream. Give me the newbies. Wave to us, newbies. Where are you at? Need to know where you're at. Say hello if you're a newbie. Drop it in. Drop it in. I want to say to all of you, thank you so much for being here. That was 9-ish hours of streaming today. Oh, okay. So Christus, you were brand new. Thank you so much for being here. For everybody else, I want to tell you, it was awesome to do this. First stream ever from Frolunda, Shaven Butcher, Mr. Modern Marvels, Dos. I just want to say to all of you, thank you so much for hanging out with us all day. Thank you to Justin Fisher for getting up early. Thank you to Hayden Matheson for getting up early. Hayden was with me all 3 streams. Justin was with me the first 2. Then Robert subbed in. What a team. What an effort. And these are just the play-in games. We got the quarterfinals tomorrow. It's going to be sick. Steve Dangle, 1040. I will join you at 310. Then the next day, gold medal game. Canada, United States, women's side. Jesse Blake's got that one. It's going to be a beautiful full few days of hockey. I can't wait. All right. Thank you all for being here. I love you guys. We'll see you on the stream tomorrow. And remember, if you're a VIP, the VIP episode for this week comes out tomorrow. So we're still giving you the content too. Love you all, and we'll see you soon.